Maybe you've heard of an investment tool called a variable annuity. Variable annuities are something that are fairly popular within the investment and retirement planning world. And stop me if you've ever heard these words. The variable annuity is kind of the perfect investment because if the market goes up, you get the gains, and if the market goes down, well, no problem, you have the guarantees. Now, this is kind of one of those iterations of getting told the truth, but not the whole truth. And the reality is that variable annuities can be a very useful tool. But as a person ages and as they get closer and closer to retirement, it's one of these things that can begin to work against you. As a fiduciary, I teach clients that annuities come in three different forms. To have a little bit of fun, they come in the good, they come in the bad, they come in the ugly. The reality is that they come in all different packages, all different sizes, and they're just as diverse as the companies that sell them. But today I want to specifically spend a bit of time on the variable annuity so you kind of have a general sense and an idea of what you own if you own one of these, and what you may be owning, and what the consequences may be of owning it if you decide to purchase it for yourself. So the first thing is that a variable annuity is called a variable annuity for a reason. The return on your money is going to vary. This is because the underlying investment inside a variable annuity is a mutual fund. Mutual funds can go up when the market goes up. They can go down when the market goes down. And you see, you may own a variable annuity and say, yeah, but I don't see that I own shares. That's because in a variable annuity, the quote-unquote shares of the mutual fund are actually referred to as units. Now, if you're in a variable annuity, you may have done it one of two ways. You may have just deposited a chunk of money into the variable annuity in which it purchased so many units or shares of the mutual fund. But then again, you may be in a position where you've been dollar cost averaging. You've been putting money in every single month for maybe a number of different years. And over the course of time, as the shares were going down, you were buying more shares, and as the shares were appreciating, well, those shares were becoming more valuable. But it goes further than that. You see, this death benefit that so many agents would refer to as the guarantees, well, those are basically insurance wrappers. In other words, the insurance company that these products come from are taking the mutual funds that you own and they're wrapping them up with an insurance wrapper. Now, this insurance wrapper is called a death benefit guarantee. And what that means is that if you were to experience a loss in your variable annuity and you simply cashed out, you just took your money, you ran, well, you're going to experience potentially a loss on that variable annuity balance because you were selling the shares while they were down. However, let's say that those shares were down and you died. Well, your family is going to receive what's called a high watermark. In other words, the insurance company is going to keep track of what those mutual funds were actually worth at their highest point. And when you die, even if the balance was down, well, your family is going to get that higher dollar amount. That's what this little insurance wrapper is all about. And this little insurance wrapper comes at a cost to you. It's called a mortality and expense fee. Now, is there any other fees within a variable annuity? There certainly is. The other expense that you will find is the subaccount fee. The subaccount fee is the cost that the insurance company is charging you for those mutual fund shares that you own. But is there anything else? Well, oftentimes agents will take and they will add on to that variable annuity other bells and whistles. It could be an enhanced death benefit rider. It could be an income rider of sorts. And those riders all come at an additional cost. Those are add-ons and something that comes as an extra. Now, what's the problem with this? It doesn't sound too bad. I mean, I get the growth of the market. I'm able to have protection for my family if I die. Well, the one reason that I have found these to work against an investor as they get closer to retirement is this. All of these things come at a cost. And when you get to retirement, you're likely to want one thing more than anything else, and that's going to be income. And so what are you going to do to this variable annuity? You didn't just save this money for your health. You put this money in so that it could grow over the course of time. So you could then do what? You could withdraw it. But here's the problem. You see, if you start withdrawing money out of this variable annuity, you're going to be taking and selling units or shares of the mutual fund. Now, in addition to that, let me ask you, do you think that the insurance company is going to discontinue charging you the cost for those different riders and those different fees? And the answer is absolutely not. I've seen many clients where they were taking out 5% of their variable annuity every single year. Not terrible. But then they were also paying the insurance company 2.5%, 3%, 3.5%, sometimes in excess of 3.5% in fees. What does that mean for the balance of your variable annuity? What that means is that you could be potentially running out of money in that variable annuity because you see the mutual funds that you have within your variable annuity are not able to grow and to keep up with that 5% withdrawal that you're taking plus the potential 3% that the company is charging you. So remember, tools work in different ways, and sometimes these tools can be very, very helpful for us when we're trying to grow our money. We've got plenty of time before we get to retirement. But if you're now nearing retirement or you're in retirement and you have variable annuities, I'm going to encourage you to have a conversation with potentially a fiduciary to have an unbiased conversation about what the actual true cost of these investments really are, and whether or not it's now still the best tool for your toolbox for this stage of your life called the distribution stage. Well, hopefully this was helpful in just kind of explaining a few of the nuances of variable annuities. If you have one and you want it reviewed, don't hesitate to give us a call. And if I could ask you one last favor, please take the time today to give us a thumbs up if you liked this video, if it was something that gave you a little bit of information that you never knew before that you thought was meaningful. Also, please take this and share the video. Who knows how many of your friends may have experiences with products like this, and this could be a helpful video to them. Also, if you like our videos, I encourage you, please hit the subscribe button and then make certain you hit that little bell. And this way, every time we release a video, we will notify you so that you can keep up on the latest information that we have that we'd like to share with our friends, our clients, and people just like yourself. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, it's up to you to make today a great day.